What is good, everyone? In today's video, I wanted to talk about the food of Starfield, and from what we know, it's going to be key to our players' not only development and survival, but to even purchasing ships. Now, as many of you seen from the direct, or if you haven't seen, salami sandwiches are a big part of the game, at least initially. Though at first it was kind of a running joke, we did find out through some keen eyes that if you have enough salami sandwiches, well, you can purchase yourself a small ship, and that sounds pretty cool. Now, some may say, small ship is not worth it, but I'll tell you what, if I could have 75 salami sandwiches and buy a new car, I would jump on top of that in a heartbeat. But other than salami sandwiches, we haven't had anyone really talk about anything. So in today's video, I wanted to discuss the different foods that we do know for sure and the effects that they will have or negative effects they'll have on our character. So let's dive right in with the very first one, other than salami sandwiches, that I thought was very interesting, and that is what's being hailed as the greatest orange juice in the universe. And it's called the orange juice of transcendence, which, and I quote, promises to be the most refreshing orange juice in all the settled systems. Now, other than sounding terrific and probably even looks better on the screen, it says that it will provide +8 oxygen for 5 minutes, but at the negative effect of costing 1 health for 1 minute. So it seems like one of those foods that you're going to want to take on a certain mission or only use when you have to have it. I can't wait personally to dive into day one and see when I'll have to have a certain food like that and maybe store it in my back pocket for an emergency. Now, if you like that one, I think you're really going to like this one because the name says it all. It's called the Midnight Delight. And it's a snack that's described as made from a smattering of available ingredients. And that's end quote. And the plus side of it, it doesn't have any negative effects, but on the contrary, restores 5 health. Now, since we haven't gotten the game yet, I'm not sure how much 5 health will be compared to your character's full health, but it'll be interesting to see if that multiplies as you get higher levels or if you can stack that. Because you never know, if you're in a tough battle with some mercenaries or a monster, you may want to stack about 5 of those in your back pocket and take them all at once. Now, among the more exotic dishes are the alien jerky and trilo bits, which according to the report, they're small insects, alien insects to be exact, and they are sauteed and served with whipped butter and restore 15 health points per serving. Now, I'm no alien connoisseur, but it says you should pair those with a Boom Pop Cola, which we don't know the details on that yet, but we're hoping to find that out soon. Now, going back to the alien jerky and the trilo bits, synthetic meat isn't something that's affordable, accessible on Earth today, but in the world of Starfield, it's pretty common, as it appears on the list of food that will be served to the spacefarer, your character. One of the forms synthetic meats will appear in is Syntha-meat steak, which sounds robust, but only restores 3 health points, which I don't get that. How does jerky and little bites restore 15, but then the steak only restores 3? All I can guess is that it's filled with fillers and not actual protein. Now, similar in Skyrim, the more the robust food choices are, the more fully prepared meals such as patty melt or the Tamara pita, I think I said that wrong, which both restore 15 points. The patty melt is a hamburger patty with cheese and grilled on toast, served with chipped potatoes, while the pita is 2 flatbreads stuffed with falafel, I always say that wrong, and drizzled with yogurt sauce. Now, these are fancier meals which have been revealed, whereas others are far simpler, such as the sandwich and toast, which restore just 3 health points each. On the very plus side, when I see dishes like this, it makes me really excited to go for one of the perks right out of the gate, if it's available, called the Gastronomy Novice Social Skill, which puts players where they'll be able to craft their own food and drinks, as well as research additional recipes. Now, I'm sure there's going to be an entire galaxy worth of food to add to the list once players are free to start experimenting with ingredients and recipes, and possibly even with alien ingredients that have been scavenged while exploring. But I will tell you, if you're like me and you're excited to unlock all these things as soon as possible, you want to invest in Starfield's chef background, which, if you didn't know, gives the spacefarer a head start in all things gastronomic. Now, I'm not saying that's a must, especially on your first playthrough, but it's going to be something I'm going to consider when I'm at the traits menu right off the bat. Especially since we know we can have different outposts in Starfield, I wonder if I became a top chef and I started making my own unique dishes and cuisines and I could outsource them to other planets. Now, that's probably a pipe dream, but would be rather cool. So listen up, Todd Howard. And if I could sell my cuisines to all the planets in the solar system, I might have enough to buy a bigger ship than the 98 salami sandwiches would buy me. And the better cuisine I can craft, the more I can stuff in my back pocket, because you never know when you might need 3 salami sandwiches to get you out of a tough fight. But maybe I'm just wishing upon the stars. But till next time, at Astro Travelers, and I hope to see you Starside.